Trigger warning. View at own discretion.
Top girl, I me never born in a lace week. Me still shop at DDs, I'ma still shop at Macy's. Now go certain places. Me a girl, me no frightened for link, and me no frightened for face. Young girl, no for killing.
Hey guys, so I want to welcome you all back to Naya's Bingy YouTube channel, and I want to talk quickly about the 51-year-old woman that was shot multiple times in a church in Trelawny over the weekend. It was Sunday the 31st of January around 10:30 in the morning. 10:30, so you know sermon just started. It was reported that a gunman was in the church and he posed himself to be a member of the congregation. I think that's how he got in there without, people being too suspicious of him. And then when he was ready, he opened fire and shot the woman multiple times. So, in my opinion, this was a motivated attack. This gunman premeditated what he or she was going to do, and they followed it through. They definitely followed it through. They left a community, well, it should be the whole island, if not, but they left a whole community of Trelawny terrorized, living in fear. So yeah, I think obviously because of COVID, I mean, everywhere the crime rates have gone up, but Jamaica has had a high crime rate for years, some would even say decades now. And the murder rate in particular in Jamaica is ridiculous. There's no other way to say it. It is ridiculous. Jamaica's own citizens are getting tired of it. They are walking and living in fear, and that's just the bottom line. So the homicide rate in Jamaica reported in 2020, which is just last year, is at 189 per 100,000 in Kingston alone. So that does not even include the whole entire island. That is for Kingston alone, which for some of you who may not know where exactly Kingston is the main capital in Jamaica. So it was reported that Jamaica has one of the highest homicide rates in Latin America, in the Latin American regions and the Caribbean. One of. However, I wanted to get into a little bit of maths because it seems like some people just don't understand, they don't get it, or they just don't want to get it, or they're living in denial. Jamaica recorded last year that they have a total population of under 3 million. Under 3 million. And by going with what the information we just received, they are competing in a homicide crime rate per capita per year with places like Brazil. Brazil has mass land. Brazil has a population of over 211 million people compared to puny little Jamaica with under 3 million. That is almost 100 times the population. Brazil has over 211 million people. Places like Colombia, with a total of over 50 million people. Honduras, 9.7 million. Mexico, 127.6 million. That is the caliber of countries that little island of Jamaica is competing with when it comes to homicide. The reasons are beyond me. Jamaica, the people, the gunman, the politicians, everything is just letting the island down. And for the ignorant people that want to come and say crime is everywhere, we are not seeing the gruesome attacks in other islands that have similar population size. We're just not seeing it. We haven't been seeing it for a while now. It come like Jamaica just lead out with this. They take the lead. They take the lead. People want to be ignorant. And for those people that do choose to be ignorant and say things like this, it's very insensitive. And I believe that if you say things like this, and if you really believe crime is everywhere and Jamaica's not that bad and rare, you can fight the gunman alone. You fight the gunman them. You protect everybody yourself with no ammunition, no weapon, no nothing. You go out there and fight the gunman them alone. Because crime is everywhere and you're not frightened. Everybody else seems to be frightened but you. It is not right. People are living and walking in fear in their own communities. People are being extorted on a day-to-day basis. There are people out there that are being terrorized and robbed. You can't even walk streets certain time of night, certain time of day it looks like. And to be honest with you, a crime like this crime is not just any old crime. This murder is not just any old murder. The murder, the attack, and the gruesome premeditated way that this gunman chose to take this woman's life and open fire, this sends a message. This sends a message. This symbolizes, it signifies that life can be taken anywhere you're there. Anywhere. Your life can be taken on the street. Your life can be taken at night when you're walking alone. Life can be taken in bush. But most importantly, the way this person's life was taken, this 51-year-old woman, it was taken in church. So even God now save her. It was taken in church. So for those who are saying crime is everywhere and it happens everywhere, the way this attack was premeditated, it just shows that even God cannot save you. I'm not saying that is my opinion, but the way this gunman went into the church, posed as a member of the congregation, then opened fire and shot this person multiple times, aiming to take this woman's life, that is what that person is doing. They are sending a message that it doesn't matter where you are. You could be in the house of the Lord. You could be praising God on a Sunday, asking God to wash away all your sins. That still is not going to save you. Because that gunman at that point wanted to take her life. That's what it symbolizes to me. I don't know about you guys. And it's interesting. I wonder how the government, how the Prime Minister Andrew Holness is going to tackle this. Crime just seems to be getting out of hand and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I also believe that there are different elements to blame. Dance or music. I'm a fan of dancehall music, but in my opinion, dancehall music does have a part to play because music is influential and nobody can tell me it has nothing to do with dancehall music. And if you're talking about dancehall music, then does that mean that the movies that we watch should also get removed? If the messages that are being sent in the music industry of dancehall, if it wasn't as influential, if it wasn't reaching the people in the way that it is, I don't believe that so much profanity, so much talk around killing and gun shipment coming in every day and this, that, and the other, I don't think they would be talking about this type of content in dancehall music if that was the case. If dancehall music didn't have a part to play, I don't know what to say. This crime has left people, the majority of people, island-wide, community-wide, and those who are in foreign, speechless, because I don't live in Jamaica. I wasn't born in Jamaica. I have Jamaican heritage, But I know a lot of Jamaicans that also were born in Jamaica and don't have any plans of going back, because at the same time, why would you want to go to a place that is crime riddled? It has to be said. Yes, if there are people that want to be proud and talk about how they love their country, and I love Jamaica. Before COVID, I went to Jamaica 3 or 4 times in the space of 2 years just for vacation. But just because we're talking the truth here doesn't mean these things don't need to be said, and we shouldn't hide it. We should call it out because it is wrong. For those who also say that crime is everywhere and those who are ignorant to the crime rate that is in Jamaica compared to other places, I would like to say good luck. Good luck when it comes to traveling, and good luck when it comes to getting a visa to ever leave the island, even if it's just for a holiday, because there are islands in the Caribbean where that are neighboring Jamaica, literally neighboring Jamaica, and you don't need a visa to travel. There are certain islands where you can just go from country to country freely. You don't need a visa. You don't need a reason. People don't need to look at you up and down and search you 5 times when you're traveling just because you come from that island. But because of the crime rate of Jamaica, for years now, you have needed a visa just to travel. Your Jamaican passport is tainted. You know, your Jamaican passport and you saying that you come from Jamaica is stigmatized. And it is stigmatized because I'm here in the UK, and it used to be a case of people asking you where you come from. You say you come from Jamaica. People know Jamaica is a beautiful island with beautiful people, hardworking people, but they also have such a laid back personality, vibrant personality, you know, strong-willed people. That's what we were known for. Now, you start tell people you come from Jamaica, they're looking at you sideways. People don't want to date a Jamaican man no more because some of them are known for, number one, teeth. They only want to be with you if they can get something out of it, if they can benefit, you know. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate what the country is turning to, and something needs to be done. Also, I want to touch the topic of tourism. Now, since COVID, obviously, tourism has taken a turn for the worst, but it has to be said that tourism is the majority of the Caribbean in total, not just Jamaica, but the majority of the Caribbean. Tourism is the main source of income. And what you need to do is remember that with things like YouTube, mobile phone, social media, and not just the news and the newspapers. Social media is now at our fingertips. We have video footage. I believe in that church where the crime was committed, with the footage that we've seen there, it must have been on Zoom or something. So for those who couldn't attend the church, they could watch from home. And they had to sit there and endure that. They had to endure that screaming, the sounds of terror, the sounds of people living in fear in church, in the house of the Lord at 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday when people should be resting and praising God. So just remember that the world is watching. The world is watching. And I believe after COVID, because of the surge in crime and the way that these crimes are being committed, it's not just the crime, but it's the way these crimes are being committed. All now, Kaylin Dowd is still in hospital, you know. She's still in hospital. Yeah, so after COVID, I believe that the surge in tourism will still be down. I believe that other people will start to explore other options. I believe they will look to travel and vacation in places neighboring Jamaica, also in the Caribbean, but with a lower crime rate. a lower crime rate, such as Antigua. It was reported that St. John's, I believe, in the year of 2020, by November, they had a murder rate of 9. Jamaica, in the space of a year, averages, and this is only the ones that get reported, of 1,000. Now you do the math. Would you rather go to somewhere that has a murder rate in a space of a year of 9 or 1,000? They will look to go to places like Dominica, St. Lucia, Grenada, the more peaceful islands. You don't have to look over your shoulder. You don't have to worry about if you get into an argument with somebody, are they going to kill me just like that? The temperament of my people is what is killing my people. Expats also have to be talked about. For those of you that don't know what expats mean, those that were born in the country left, and then they usually want to come back during the age of retirement. Expats are never coming back. They're not coming back. So many have left Jamaica never to return. Never to return. They would love to return. They would love to come and build their house in the hills, away from all the noise, and just relax in their retirement after working so hard in their lives. They can just come and chill out in the sunshine and reap the rewards that they've worked so hard for. But what would be the point if it all gets taken away? What would be the point if it all gets reaped from your hands? For what? Gunmen that never worked for it in the first place? Gunmen that just want to see and take for themselves? There is no value for human life in Jamaica, and it has to be said. You can lose your life at an instant. That is what this particular story says to me. So many expatriates have left and never to return. Don't you think that the expatriates that are in other countries such as America, Canada, Europe, they would love to come back and help build up the economy for Jamaica, but they don't want to be terrorized. Who wants to come back to an island after living a peaceful life of just going to work, coming home, raising your children, traveling when you have spare time, to go to a crime-riddled country? For what? To lose your life? It's not worth it. They don't even want to think about the risk. Even if they don't live their life, they don't want to live in fear. But anyway, this story has honestly left me speechless. I'm tired of it. I'm pretty sure the people that live in Jamaica are tired of it. Yeah, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. This story has disgusted me once again. Yeah, man, Jamaica needs help. Let me know what you think. I also don't believe, well, to be fair, I'm 50-50. Like, if the government passes a law that allows Jamaican residents to own a firearm for protecting themselves, and puts laws in place for the citizens of Jamaica to protect themselves against heinous crimes like this, self-defense, etc., then I believe that legalizing firearms could be a positive thing, because at the moment Jamaica is being riddled with guns. You have shipments coming in with illegal weapons every week, and it is being given to gunmen who know that they can terrorize the place because normal, regular citizens cannot defend themselves. Nobody goes to a knife fight with somebody who has a gun. You know, if I enter your house and I have a gun and I know you're just sleeping and most likely there's no weapon in the house, who is going to have the upper hand? However, I also don't believe that you fight terror with terror. I don't believe you should fight gun with gun. But this is a topic for the government to discuss and sort out, because it does need sorting out ASAP. Let me know what you think.